Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So we will going to start the configuration that is related to the costing, product costing, that is completely depending on the costing sheets. Okay, so why we need to use the costing sheet? What is the introduction to the particular costing sheet? Comparing with different types of modules. Okay, see, whenever we arise somewhat allocations and reservations or plan activity allocations or plan fixed costs for the particular uh, materials, okay, as well as the cost centers, including with the somewhat profit centers. Whenever we are doing, okay, so based on the costing sheets, okay, you can able to have the clear cut picture. Now, here, costing sheet says how we are going to calculate the cost for various components. Okay, calculation base. This is the base cost on which the overheads are to be calculated. The next one is a percentage overhead rates. This is the percentage that is to be calculated on the base. Okay, then credits. The cost object that needs to be credited with the overhead costs. These are the three components of the costing sheets. What are all those three components of the costing sheets? There are three types of components. One is calculation base. Second one is percentage overhead rates. Third one is credits. You got my point, right? Once again, I'm repeating. These are the three components of the particular costing sheet. Okay, so then what we need to do here, we need to define calculation base. Okay, all of you. After defining of the calculation basis and all, then we have to have the particular based on the controlling area, you can able to create it. For that, whatever the cost elements that we have created, okay, like LT soldering activity, LT assembling activity, LT quality check activities, LT OS installation activities, LT packing activity, from soldering activity to the packing activity. So based on this particular calculation base, we have to have the cost elements. Why we are defining the cost elements? Why? Because based on the calculation base, okay, whatever the amounts that you have entered for these cost elements, okay, that should be entered with the percentage overhead stage based on the percentage overhead key with the help of overhead group. Okay, so that is the most important configuration that we have in the costing sheet. Okay, all of you. So try to understand the point. What we need to do is go back to the Word document, and we can able to define the costing sheet configurations and all. Okay. So remove this sixth point. This is the main side heading for the costing sheet. Okay. So give backspace. Uh, just make it as a side heading, that is costing sheet. Try to write down costing sheet. So make this one as a bold one. Uh, the next one is a configuration of costing sheet. Before we move to this configuration of costing sheets, what we need to do is I just give you the basic structure of this costing sheet. Then we can able to move it. Okay. So the most important point is that in interview process, they just ask you about the what is the costing sheets. Okay. And the next one is they just ask you about the components, categories, they just ask you. And after that, how these costing sheets will be reflected in different types of modules. That is also very, very important. Okay, all of you. Okay, right. Uh, You just write down, mom. Costing sheet is used for costing sheet is used for applying the costing sheet is used for applying the overheads to a cost object. Applying the overheads to a cost object. Applying overheads to a cost object. That is the most important point. Then next one is various components of costing sheet. Try to write down various components of costing sheet. Various components of costing sheet. The first one is calculation base. The first one is calculation base. Calculation base. Second one is percentage overhead rates. Percentage overhead rates. Percentage overhead rates. Percentage overhead rates. Third one is credits. Third one is credits. Okay, all of you. These are the three components of costing sheets. Now, what we need to do is we just go back to the configurations of costing sheets. Credits. Third one is credits. Credits. The next one. Configuration of costing sheets. Go to the Word document and try to give configuration of costing sheet. The first one is define calculation base. Define calculation base. So basically, all of you, I just give you the navigation path. Based on the navigation path, you can able to find out those different calculation base. What we need to do is go to the SPRO, go to the SAP system, go to the SPRO. The next one is reference IMG. In that you have controlling. Open the controlling. First one is open the controlling. The next one is product costing. Product cost controlling. Then product cost planning. Product cost planning. And the next one is basic settings for material costing. Basic settings for material costing. And the next one is overhead. Overhead. The next one is costing sheet components. Costing sheet components. Open that one. Costing sheet components. In that, define calculation base. Define calculation basis. See here, this is the main screen of the particular calculation basis, and all of you know it very well. Why? Because whatever the calculation, based on the calculation base, okay, what we need to do here, why we need to use the calculation base. So, what is the calculation base? So it is the calculation base. This is the base cost on the overheads are to be calculated. Sorry, on which the overheads are to be calculated. So for that thing, what we need to do is all of you, we will define the base calculation. What we need to do is go to the new entries. In that new entries, We will define our own base. What is the base here, all of you? Laptop is the base, right? Basically, LTB1, LTB1. This is the base one. Okay, this is the base one. The base is LTB1, all of you, and name is LT base. You know, we just give LT material base. Just give LT material base. Why? Because all of you, we will going to have the secondary cost elements, right? So that's why I'm just having all these things. Yeah. So after this thing, all of you, uh, when it comes to these details, you have to have different types of bases. But how we are connecting all these cost elements to the base is very, very important. Okay, so that is the most important point right now we have. So when it comes to this thing, here we need to add the cost elements from raw material consumptions to the semi-finished goods consumptions, and all we will going to add it. Okay, so that is the most important point. What we need to do is go to the save button. Go to the save button and save it. Now go to the click on new address, ma'am, and again create. This is a material based, right? And what we need to do is we need to create the production base also. Give LTB2. LTB2 name is LT production base. LT production base. Okay, go to the save button and save it. Yeah. What we need to do is, ma'am, select the LTB2. Select the LTB2. Go to the details, ma'am. So it will ask you to give the controlling area. Okay, what is the controlling area? This is MAL2 is the controlling area. Okay, so go to the continue option. Go to the continue option. So see here, all of you. It will going to ask you to give the particular cost elements. Okay, you got my point. So from cost element to cost element, we need to give it all of you. So that is the most important point. That is LT sourcing activity to the packing activities and all. Okay, so that is the most important point right now we have. What we need to do is go to the new entries and take out the new screen. Take out the new screen. Go to the transaction code FS00. Go to the transaction code FS00. So here, what is the secondary cost element that we have created? Open that one. LT sourcing activity to the LT packing activity, we need to give it all of you. 1006012, 1006015. That is the most important point right now we have. Yeah, go back to this thing. Give 1006012. 1006005. Okay, so go to the save button and see. So basically, all of you, when it comes to this particular thing, like we have defined two bases. One is material base, another one is activity base. Okay, so that is the production base we have, and for that particular production base, we have given the from cost element to the two cost elements we have given, right? So that is the most important point right now we have. So for the LTV1, we haven't given anything. Why? Because so it is basically it is not a um, activity based, right? So it is just a material based. So that is the most important point right now we have. So the next one is all of you define percentage overheads. Go to the document now. Go to the second one is define percentage overheads, overhead rates. Define percentage, define percentage overhead rates. Define percentage overhead rates. Okay, so yeah, go to the SPRO reference IMG. SPRO reference IMG. SPRO reference IMG. Same thing, like controlling product costing, sorry, product cost controlling, product cost controlling, product cost planning. Then next, basic settings for material costing and overhead and costing sheet components. Costing sheet components. Define percentage overhead rates. Define percentage overhead rates. Yeah. So here, basically, all of you, we need to create a percentage overhead rates. Okay. So for that, what we need to do? So here you have overhead rates, you have name, you have dependencies, you have descriptions, and all based on the overhead rates. What we need to do is uh, based on the calculation basis only we are doing it, all of you. Okay. So what we need to do is go to the new address. Go to the new address. Overhead rate is LTR1. This is the overhead rates, all of you. So that's why I'm just creating the LTR1. Okay. Give LTR1. Fine. The next one name is LT material overhead. LT material overhead. And the dependency is all of you. This is overhead type or overhead key. We need to do is go to the dependency. I mean, searching option. DO. Yes. Take out this DO. Sorry, D010. That is overhead type or overhead key. D010. Click on the enter. Go to the save button and save it. No, directly save the details. Select this one and go to the details. I should continue. Go to the new address. Valid from is 01.01.2024. Just give 01.01.2024. 2 is 31st.12.9999. 31st.12.9999. Then next controlling area is your controlling area, that is MEL2. And overhead type is go to the overhead type. This overhead type is particularly related to the planned overhead rate. Yeah. Overhead keys we have created, right, all of you? LTO H1 we have created, I think so. Go to the drop down option or else directly give it. LTO H1 overhead key. What is the percentage? Give for percentage. Anything that is yours. Okay. So click on the enter, go to the save button and save it. Yeah. Here you can add one more overhead for the same base, all of you. What we need to do is click on the new entries. Click on the new entries. 01.01.2024, same thing, MAL2. Overhead type is, go to the overhead type. This is not a planned overhead, it is an actual overhead. Okay, take out the actual overhead. And the overhead key is same thing, LTOH1. LTOH1, and the percentage is, what is the percentage? Give 4% from my issue. Okay, go to the save button and send. Then what we need to do is come back, one step back, one step back, one step back. Go to the new entries. Here we will try to define another base that is LTR2. Okay, go to the new entries. Give the overhead rate LTR2. So this is the LTR1. LTR1 is for the material overheads, right? And the LTR2 is for the uh, okay, production overhead. Production overhead. Production overhead. Just or else you just give OH, LT production OH. Then dependency is, go to the dependency. This is the production overheads dependency, overhead type or plant, T020. Take out D020, overhead type or plant. Click on the enter, go to the save button and send it. Yeah. Go to the save button and save it. So when it comes to this LTR2, okay. So yeah, go to the details and click on the new entries. Click on the new entries. And for this, all of you, we can able to have overhead type 1 and overhead type 2, that is planned overhead and actual overheads. Okay, with the help of different types of percentages. Okay, and give the plant. Yeah, give the plant. MAL2 is your plant, right? The next percentage is 5%. Then next one, valid from is the same, 01.01.2024. Next entry. Try to give the next entry also. Under this one, just give the next entry. And the controlling area, overhead is 2. Okay, overhead type, that is the plan, right? And the plant, and the next one is a percentage. Click on the enter, go to the save button and save it. The next configuration step is define credits. Go to the Word document. Go to the Word document. Third one is define credits. Define credits. Define credits. Define credits. So the navigation path is same, all of you. Go back to the navigation path. Come back. One step back. One step back. And here, after the costing sheet components, you have the define credits. Define credits. We will try to define the credits, all of you. What we need to do is click on the new entries from, and we will create the credit for material overheads and credit for production overheads. So what we need to do is just give LT1. Credit is LT1. LT1, and the name is LT credit for material overhead. LT credit for material overhead. LT credit for material overhead, or else just give MAT/OH. 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 The next one, LT2. LT credit for production overhead. LT2. LT2. LT credit for LT credit for LT credit PRD/OH. PRD/OH. Okay. So go to the save button and save it. The next one is continue. So don't create any requests and select LT1 and go to the details. Select LT1, go to the details. It will ask you the controlling areas and I'll go to the continue option. So go to the new entries. No. Here validity 2 is 31st.12.9999. First see the field. Okay. 31st.12.9999. 12.9999. Okay. So the next step. What is the cost element that we need to give? Here we need to give the material overheads for laptop. Okay. So we have created the material overheads for laptop, right? Okay. Yes. Take out that material overheads. And then next one is no need to have overhead group. Fixed group is fixed percentages. Go back to the drop down option. Yeah. Go to the drop down option. Yeah, continue. Give star. The next, what is the cost center here? Cost center is LTOH1 we have created. Take out LTOH1, ma'am. Take out LTOH1. Yeah, go to the save button and save it. No need to have any orders. Go to the save button and save. Okay. So this data was set. See, we are just creating the credits for this particular LT credit material overheads with the help of cost element. Okay, that is the material overhead cost elements. Okay, with the help of this cost center. Now, what we need to do? If that particular cost center is not existed, okay, extend that one to the particular date, that is 31st.12.9999 in transaction for case 02. If if anyone is facing the error, cost center is not existed, okay, then extend this cost center. Okay, that is the most important point, right? Yeah, what we need to do is come back, ma'am. Come back. Come back. Take out the LT2. Select LT2. What we need to do is click on the details. Click on the details and give the controlling area also. Yeah, continue. Yes, validity. So here in the new entries, when it comes to this cost element, we have to take out the laptop production overheads for the particular laptop. Okay, so go to the production overheads, and the fixed percentage is star. See, star is nothing but whatever the percentages that we want to give, you can directly give it. Okay. Then cost center is we have created the one cost center using transaction code case 01, that is LTOH2, that is related to the production overheads. Okay, all of you just try to remember here precision is very, very important. Whenever they ask you one question, the precision is very, very important here, first of all. Okay, then assembling is a different point. Okay, how you are assembling all these points to the precision of one point. Okay, so if you don't give it, you cannot do all these things. Okay, now what we need to do is, yeah, go to the save button and save it. That's it. So all of you, we have different three configurations. And now we should create the cost sheets. Okay, so go back to the Word document and try to take out the new point. Fourth point is define cost sheets. Fourth point is define cost sheets. Define cost sheets. Okay, now what we need to do is go to the SPRO, reference IMG, SPRO, reference IMG. Controlling and product cost controlling, product cost controlling, then product cost planning, product cost planning. The next one is basic settings for material costing, basic settings for material costing. Here define cost sheets, define cost sheets. No, basic settings for material costing, and after that you have overhead, and after that, open the overhead. In the overheads, open the overheads. In that overheads, define cost sheets. Define costing sheets is there, right? After opening the overheads, open that one. So this is the main costing sheets structure. I mean, screen all of you. What we need to do is go to the click on new entries. So we will define our own cost sheets. Okay. So LTCS1. Just give cost sheet as LTCS1. LTCS1. Yeah. Description is a LT costing sheet. LT costing sheet. LT costing sheet. Okay. So all of you, we have created the base. Okay. Price base we have created. The next overheads we have created. So, okay. Based on that thing, okay, we can able to assign all these bases and overheads to this costing sheets. How we can able to assign it? Okay, go to the save button and save it. What we need to do is save the details now. First, select this one, and go to the costing sheet rows. Go to the double click on costing sheet rows. What we need to do is go to the new entries and just give ma'am 10, 20, 30, 40 is the base. 10. So we have created two bases and two overheads rates, right, all of you. 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, and 40. Okay. So the next base is LTB1. You have created a LTB1. The next one is LTB2. Next one is LTB2. LTB2. Yeah. Come back to the 30 step. 30 step after the this overhead is there, right? So click on the overhead field. No. 30 for 30. For 30. Next step. Overhead is there, right? Remote. In the overhead field, I'm saying. In the overhead field, give LTR1. In the overhead field, give LTR1. Okay, the next 40 LTR2. And the next from, in the from, for 30, no, for 30 only, just give 10. And for 40, give 20. In the two row also, for 30, just give 10. And for 40, just give 20. Yes. The next credit is, in the credit, you have created a LT1 and LT2, right? So for 30, just give LT1 and LT2 for 40. So this is the way you can able to assign defining the costing sheet and assigning all these to the costing sheet rows. Okay, like base and overheads we have defined right there. So basically, this is the way. So what we need to do is click on the enter, go back to the save button and save it. Yeah. So this is like a condition creations and all of you. You have seen it in the material management thing and all, right? So, now, if you want to check, you can check with base, overheads, and credits that we have entered. Okay, so that is the most important point right now. We have all of you. So the most important point is that all of you in the overheads we have the two things. One is material overheads, and another one is production overheads. Then you have the values. You have defined it right. 4% of material overheads, 5% of particular activity, and all. And you have the cost. You have the cost centers. You have the secondary elements. You have the overhead piece. You have the overhead group. You have the calculation, and you have the overhead rates. So based on this thing, you can able to create the costing sheets. Okay, for that particular product, that is laptop. Okay, so costing sheet, you know it very well, all of you. Uh, like a calculation basis, a percentages basis, and grades. We have created the calculations, that is LTB1 and LTB2. So you have seen it in the base. And we have created the percentage overheads, that is LTR1 and LTR2. And we have created the credits. So that is LT1 and LT2. Okay, you got my point? So this is the way you can able to create the costing sheets, okay, in the product costing for that laptop. You got my point, right, all of you? So this is the way you can create the costing sheets. Okay. So then next one. In the next class, what we need to do is we can try to create the costing variance. Okay. So costing variance is nothing but the costing types, evaluation variant, data control, and quantity structure controls also, like controls for bill of materials and routing that we have created earlier. Okay, how we are created the bill of materials and routing. You have seen it right there. So for that thing, we have to create the costing variant. That is the most important point right now. Okay, so tomorrow morning I will start with the costing variant, and until do the configurations for the costing sheets, how the costing sheets will be. See, all of you, I'm coming, see, I'm coming with a day by day structure, and I'm explaining each and everything based on the material, that is laptop, based on the semi-finished goods and finished goods, with the help of raw materials. I'm explaining with the uh, help of three structures. Okay, so you need to have more focus on all these three structures only. When they ask you one question, just get all these points in your mind. Okay, that is laptop. In that laptop, what is the semi-finished goods? What is the finished goods? What is the raw materials? I just ask you these questions only, all of you. You got my point right here. Okay, so do the configurations and see, whenever I ask you one question, so you should be familiar with each and everything. Okay. So that is the most important point.